Mac Arthur from Louisiana.
That thing on you, or you might end up a pack. From posting up on the corner, superstar content
From yo, who owns this channel? What's that song? Can you dance like London? What you talking about?
Man, he must thought they stopped making choppers when they made his shit.
You stupid
DK gang, what's going on, y'all boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? How is y'all doing today? Y'all probably like, hold on, why does he have sunglasses, a beanie on, in 90-degree weather and in the house? This ain't no regular drip drip. This that drip and drown. So you know what that mean. You know your boy finna rap. But before we even get into that, I know y'all saw that. I know y'all saw that there. Funny Mike. The life before Funny Mike. If you know, you know. 22 Savage. They really thought Funny Mike was pussy. But y'all, if you do like this and you want to see more, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I drop another banger video. And with all that being said, ayo DJ, turn on that beat. Dang. DK gang. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. I'm with the squad. I'm with the crew. We finna run it up. Yeah, I like my bread just like my women. Nice and tucked. Not outside the house. Not with all these nickels. No. I like my shorty in the crib. Flipping them pickles. Ooh. She make me fried Oreos. I say that's yummy, yummy. I like my bread served on a plate. I call that yummy, yummy. I got them VVs on my neck. My shirt dripping wet.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
Dang. You see my fist? Boom, boom, boom. I'm gon' hit you in your... Not finna curse. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's what I do. DK gang, it's the crew. Me and you. Thanks for watching this. Now it's back to the regular schedule. Boom. How Funny Mike went from killing people to a comedian. I kind of do want to learn his backstory though.
Funny Mike's story is one of the wildest flips the internet's ever seen.
Let me see.
Before the pranks, the challenges, and the family skits, he was MacArthur Johnson, a kid
Mac Arthur.
a city
From
where you better
Louisiana.
put that thing on you, or you might end up a pack. But how does someone go from facing life in prison to building one of the biggest kids-friendly YouTube channels?
Yeah, I was
And
about
is
to
the
say,
past really behind
his
him,
stuff
or
is
it
good from
still
my sister
waiting
know
to
about
catch
him.
up? MacArthur Johnson, born October 8th, 1996.
I'm sorry.
Grew up in the trenches of Baton Rouge. In his own words, growing up in Baton Rouge meant that
Growing up in Baton Rouge, man, you don't do something that's not in the street wise, you're gonna end up in jail or dead.
the hood shaped him, pushing him toward the trap life as a young hustler, just trying to make it out. Johnson had
Dang,
his
young
fair share of run-ins
22.
with the law as a young bull. He caught some cases and spent
That's a
time
young
in
bull.
juvie for throwing hands and other charges he's been reluctant to speak on. In his Vlad TV interview, he mentioned that he would always burn it out, meaning he'd beat those cases quick and never had to do a long bid.
Like how much time
okay.
did you spend in juvenile altogether?
Oh, juvenile? I ain't spent that long in juvenile. I had burned it out.
Like many young men looking for a way out of their circumstances, Johnson turned to music. Baton Rouge has a rich hip-hop history, with artists like Boosie being major influences on the youth there. In fact, Johnson has stated that Boosie was his biggest influence growing up, saying he was listening to Boosie before Kevin Gates. Before finding success, Johnson went through a series of different personas and names, trying to find what would stick. He went by Lit Mac on the track, Lit Guno,
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Mighty Mike, and Girl
Lit
He
Mac
Funny
and
at
Mighty
different
Mike.
points.
Girl, he funny.
My first name was Lit Mac.
Lil Mac.
On the track. Lit Mac on the track.
The Lit Mac on the track.
That was my
You a
first.
pimp?
shit, I slapped them hoes down for real. real talk. But yeah, but that was one of my rap names.
Initially, he tried to make it as a rapper, but when that wasn't taking off, he pivoted to comedy on social media platforms.
You gotta switch it up though. You really do gotta switch it up if you want to stay like, you know, consistent.
Experiences started getting traction. Johnson explained that he started that after rapping wasn't taking off, seeing comedy as another potential path to success.
Interesting. You look like crackhead.
You know what I'm saying? I started that and tried to try to see what can I, you know, get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But then shit just started going up. You know what I'm saying?
So you get in the Instagram comedian thing, right? And one situation took off, you know, on the Instagram.
This hustle and willingness to adapt would eventually pay off, but not before a major controversy and legal trouble that nearly derailed everything.
Oh, hold on.
When Atlanta rapper
2016. Oh,
Johnson
okay.
made a strategic move that would change his trajectory. During a freestyle,
Starting beef really work?
21, this
No,
22,
cause hold on.
and
I
people
think I
caught
know
on.
this incident. This ain't 21, bitch. This 22. Bitch, this 22.
Seeing the reaction, he decided to adopt the persona of 22 Savage, a clear parody of 21 Savage.
Yeah, it was just a freestyle with the woo.
How did the freestyle go?
You know, I was like, this ain't 21, this 22. Whip, skirt, woo. You know, and then everybody just fucked with it.
Johnson released a song called Jumpin' as 22 Savage, which quickly gained traction. The audio alone was racking up thousands of plays within hours.
Thousands
And when he
of
dropped the
plays,
video,
okay.
It exploded, reaching millions of views.
On World Star?
When you put out Jumpin', you put out his audio first.
Yeah, it did numbers like overnight. Like it was doing numbers like first hour it did 5,000. Like through the week.
Dang.
So like 50,000. So I'm knowing it's doing something. So that's why I'm like, yeah, we gotta do a visual. to it.
Yeah,
Visual.
got to.
It just popped off.
The 22nd Savage character wasn't just a name. Johnson adopted a similar look and flow to 21 Savage, stretching his words in a similar
I'm about to
cadence.
turn my
When asked if
fan
this
off.
was
I'm not gonna lie,
intentional,
that joint is
Johnson
OD
kept it a
loud.
buck and admitted,
Hold on.
yeah, done on purpose, just trying to fuck with him. He was straight trolling.
Did you think that anything was
He
really
was
gonna pop
trolling.
off, or this was just another like?
Nah, I ain't, well, really, I didn't really think it was gonna be big as what it is, but I knew it was just gonna do plays and shit, but I didn't really think it was gonna be big. It was what it was.
But then you kind of look like
Yeah, I can probably
21
see that,
Savage a little
too.
bit.
Man, that's
Well,
what
I
they
might
say.
need just maintain my role.
The music industry and internet
yeah, right
took
there.
notice. Blog posts started appearing about this 22 Savage character, and the controversy only fueled Johnson's growing fame. Many compared him to other artists who had found success through controversial imitation, like Young Thug with his Barter 6, playing off Lil Wayne's car.
Oh,
shoes.
that's
What
true.
started as a parody soon escalated into a real beef.
A
21
real life
Savage
situation.
responded
Wait, hold on. Didn't Young Thug have Lil Wayne's what's it called, whole tour bus shot up? That was crazy. That was insane.
acknowledging the copycat.
Dang, see, I was only a kid in 2016,
So you got on stage and said,
2017.
ain't no 22, ain't no 23.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I saw that.
What'd you think?
Ain't no 21. This 22. You know.
Johnson took this as a challenge. In interviews, he claimed that if 21 Savage had just ignored me, eventually it would have just faded away. Instead, the back and forth intensified.
Exactly, the beef, the beef build the audience.
Fade away, but,
Right.
you know,
It just get bigger and
you know,
bigger.
You got no sense of, you know.
The situation escalated when Johnson challenged 21 Savage to a boxing match, saying if 21 won, he would change his name. Even 50 Cent got involved, contacting Johnson about putting the fight on the undercard of a Mayweather boxing event. According to
Interesting.
Johnson, they were going to put
It was that
100
big?
bands each for the fight, but 21 Savage declined, saying, "I don't box, I got them choppers."
I don't box. I got choppers. They walk around with choppers.
But Funny Mike, aka 22 Savage, responded and said he must have thought they stopped making choppers when they made his, hinting that he with the shits and is ready to shoot as well.
21 Savage said, but he don't box, he got some choppers.
You must have stopped making choppers and they made yours. What no boy? What you talking about?
Man, he must thought they stopped making choppers when they made his shit.
You stupid nigga.
You know what I'm saying? You hear me? They don't stop making choppers, dick. Anybody can get a chopper, dick.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
The beef took an even darker turn when 21 Squad began posting threatening messages, including tombstone emojis over Johnson's pictures. This led to threats and declarations that ATL, 21 Savage,
versus Louisiana. Oh, it was getting that deep. It was getting that deep.
It was on site. The internet beef was turning into some real street
Into
shit.
real life,
that would
bro.
really
This
escalated
is
the shit
just
again.
hood nigga shit. This is really just hood nigga shit. Y'all went from talking online over a parody. This started over a parody online So y'all really talking about bringing out choppers on each other? What are we talking about? What are we talking about right now?
You hear me? Cause that's when one of his homeboys, I don't know who he was, he put the little tombstones over my pictures, then no plug. He got the comment, he say something, so I added him, say pull up. You know, that's when the whole city, you know, what up, pull up, you know what I'm saying?
You said that, Baton Rouge is a no-fly zone for them now?
Shit, it is a no-fly zone.
Oh, it's a no-fly zone for them. That's crazy. It's a no-fly zone. I don't know if y'all know what that mean. That mean y'all cannot come around my hood.
Persona in the beef with 21 Savage. Something far more serious occurred. On May 3rd, 2016, MacArthur Johnson was involved in a shooting that left 20-year-old Richard Phillips dead in the parking lot.
Oh, he was catching bodies. He was. Oh, MacArthur got some bodies on him. Hold on.
Charged with his murder.
The killing happened at a Baker convenience store, and this afternoon, Police Chief Mike Knapp's announced a total of 3 arrests.
I need to get my hair done, y'all.
The shooter insists he did nothing wrong.
You didn't fire a gun?
Self-defense. So
you did fire a gun?
Self-defense.
19-year-old MacArthur Johnson, police say, turned himself in on Wednesday morning after hearing he was wanted in a shooting overnight at the Baker Boulevard grocery store.
According to police reports, the shooting stemmed from a dispute over a birthday party flyer that had occurred 7 weeks earlier. On the night of the shooting, Johnson was in a car with Charmaine Wilson when they encountered Phillips, who was distributing flyers in the parking lot. Phillips was passing out party flyers in the parking lot, and he and Funny Mike were arguing over the flyers. After a brief conversation, Phillips and his companion, Walter Williams Jr., slid off at first, but Phillips doubled back and pressed Funny Mike a second time. Mike set Phillips up to strap on him, so Mike fired first.
But you can't, y'all about to say you can't.
Claiming it was self-defense.
So you did fire a gun. 19-year-old MacArthur Johnson.
Whoa, he flashed. You just upped and fired, bro. I ain't gonna lie. MacArthur? You're kind of wildin', MacArthur.
Police say turned himself in on Wednesday morning after he
hold on.
wanted in a shooting overnight at the Baker Boulevard grocery store.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get on my ass. I can see
known
this.
As Rah-Rah, also 19, died after being shot in the chest.
But here's the thing. Nobody ever confirmed if Phillips even had a pole on him.
There we go.
Whether it was real self-defense or not is still really shaky. Phillips ended up dying from the shot. Later that day, Funny Mike got
looking good now, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you nasty ass bastard!
Yeah.
Charged him with second-degree murder, illegal use of a weapon, and obstruction of justice. Mike and
Hold on, though. We gotta get really into it. This camera look mad good, though. You can see my.
Your time has come. There's no way out of this one.
Play the self-defense camera. Problem is, the cops had video footage and it didn't match his story. A report said they tried to lie and claim Phillips was strapped, but one of the passengers folded when the feds showed him the surveillance footage, and the footage showed Phillips didn't have no gun. Funny Mike's bond got set at $370,000, but he had the bread and bonded out quick, at least for the moment.
Oh, he had the bread.
Ice cold about the serious charges hanging over his head. When asked how he felt
he
with a
didn't
murder
like
case
that.
pending,
He ain't like
responded,
that.
I don't feel no type of way. I don't think about it. Just fuck it. This showed how desensitized he was to the streets. Man was facing decades, but acting like it wasn't nothing but a thing.
How I feel?
Yeah, with something like that hanging over your head.
Yeah, I was about to say, he got that over his head, but he don't care.
In my shoes, and situation, you would probably did the same thing, you know, so.
Not about the situation, but about the court case that's coming up or the plea deal that's coming up or whatever is coming up.
Oh, this all, at the time this was all coming up.
So,
but I mean, that's all ocean now.
Day after day.
I don't know, I don't want to think about it.
Just fuck it.
Fuck it.
But sometimes in the streets, it ain't about who's right or wrong. It's about what you can prove. And somehow,
that's the crazy part. It be all about what you can prove to somebody. You don't need to prove nothing to nobody. Like what, bro? That's crazy.
Despite all the evidence looking mad sketch, Johnson caught the biggest break of his life. In what shocked everybody, a grand jury decided not to indict him on the murder charges. This decision effectively meant the case wouldn't go to court. And
I was about to say, it was over. It was over from there.
Celebrated this outcome on Instagram, writing, "God is good. good. Second chance at life. Shout out to my team. Some have speculated about
I ain't gonna lie. That is really crazy. That is. Oh, including surveillance footage?
Streets watching and the feds off his neck. Funny Mike knew he couldn't keep living on borrowed time. He had to reinvent himself.
He had to really start going for real.
Following his legal troubles and the 22 Savage controversy, Johnson knew he needed to switch up his whole vibe. He eventually shelved the 22 Savage persona and fully embraced his new identity. Funny Mike. This wasn't
Funny Mike. That was a good move.
Before the 22nd Savage character, he had already been building a following with comedy content. As 21 Savage explained in interviews, the comedy shit was working, so I guess he just went back to it.
Did you convince him to drop the whole 22 Savage thing?
I think he did that on his own, really.
Just ran his course.
I ain't never asked him to stop. But he DM'd me like back then and apologized though. Like way back then. Not on no pussy shit, like on some man shit. Yeah. He said some shit. He just stopped doing it. But he was a comedian before the 22 shit and it was working for him. The comedy shit was working. So I guess he just went back to it.
In 2016, he created his YouTube channel and began focusing on comedy skits, pranks, and lifestyle content.
Yeah, and that look at him now. Look at him now. He's so big. He hella big, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you mean by that?
My sister even know about him now. That's the crazy part.
He began dating Jalea Monet, whom he met through social media, and the couple now have 2 children. A daughter named London, born in February 2019, and a son named McCarthy.
What's that song?
Jr., born.
Can you dance like London?
Like London, can you bust like me? Like London, can you bust
This co-sign from one of the hottest rappers in the game adds another.
I was about to say that blew him up too.
Story and street credibility. Funny Mike's journey from the trenches of Baton Rouge to YouTube stardom is a story of transformation, second chances, and reinvention. Straight up. While his past includes catching a body and controversial beef, he finessed his way into building a successful career as an entertainer. Today, the man once charged with murder creates content that millions of families watch daily. He's a father, entrepreneur, and content creator who's apparently left his troubled past behind. He really beat the system and changed his life around. His story raises mad questions about redemption, the justice system, and how people can switch up their whole lives. It also highlights the unique opportunities that platforms like YouTube provide for renovation and reaching audiences directly without traditional gatekeepers.
No bullshit. Yeah, he said without traditional gatekeepers.
No matter how deep in the game you might be, there's always a chance to flip the script and make something positive happen. From posting up on the corner to superstar content.
Yo, who owns this channel? Who owns this channel? Hold on, we really gotta get into this. Hold on.
Positive happen. From posting up on the corner.
From posting up on the corner and it here. Okay.
To superstar content creator.
To superstar content creator with the Balenciagas, the Lambo, the watches, the chain, the grill, the nice cut. Hey,
get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
I gotta get my hand to him. I gotta get my hand to him.
Interesting story.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one.
No, I can't pass the blunt, I'm super geek. I wake up and super free. And I be just like broken water faucet. Easy keep on leaking. Got no time to breathe till all I see is ocean breeze. Put my bitch in Asian garments. I can't do her